Representation at the table while the Biden administration talks climate change solutions on campus. Channel 3's Kevin Geis joins us live from the newsroom. Kevin, who took the trip to D.C.?
Kat, it was UVM professor and state climatologist Leslie Ann DePiney-Giroux. She says this was an incredible opportunity to meet and network with stakeholders from a number of sectors and industries while focused on a pressing topic, climate change. We had the chance to chat with her fresh off the event.
I think one of the things that they were trying to do was to bring together national leaders in the space of climate change mitigation, adaptation, sustainability, to try and brainstorm what are some of the solutions that could be put in place and to sort of scale them up from whatever institution or whatever place on the ground that they're being implemented. And so it was a 2-day event. The first day was actually at the White House campus, where we actually had 900 people online streaming and listening to all of the presentations that were being made. And then the second day was the really sort of roll up your sleeves, get into a lot of the sort of creative thinking and hard work that needs to be done.
Absolutely. And when you rolled up those sleeves, one of the areas you participated in was ensuring that college campuses are more sustainable with the goals of achieving net zero emissions. How far ahead of the curve is UVM in that area?
So it's interesting because there's a climate action group that is forming right now that has a workshop that's going to be held in April of this year, and a lot of those questions are going to be brought to the table. A lot of the pieces that I was able to bring in the meantime were working directly with a lot of community organizations across the state of Vermont, and what does it mean to scale up from the local perspective here in Vermont, which is very different from some of the larger states across the nation, in the lessons that we've learned in how do you make sure that all peoples are at the table, knowing that Vermont towns are of not the same size as they are in some of the other states. And so some of the challenges that we need to think about as Vermonters, and what are some of the lessons learned and principles that we scale up rather than some of the practices themselves.
And what did you learn from this event that you plan to bring back to Vermont, especially in respect to sort of understanding that Vermont is in a unique position at times?
I think it sort of validated some of the things that we already know, which is trust is key. If you don't have trust, then actions can't move forward. So that's one of the big pieces in there. I think the other piece that we also got validated was the complexity of the situation, the enormity of the situation, and how many folks need to be at the table so that all perspectives are actually factored in. So we had academia, we had industry, we had for-profits, we had not-for-profits, we had students, and it was a really nice meld of how do you bring an intergenerational, intersectoral, intersectional approach to actually trying to address climate change.
We also discussed how this experience will influence her dual role here at home. You can catch the rest of my conversation with her tomorrow morning on Channel 3 This Morning with Cam Smith. In the newsroom, Kevin Geis, Channel 3 News.